I've always promised to show up as myself, not the polished, perfect, curated version people assume I live in, but the real one. So here I am in a hospital room, not glamorous, not in control, not operating at my usual relentless pace. Just me sharing my journey because I know my vulnerability helps others find their own strength. People look at me and see someone who does everything right. I train, I fuel, I manage my stress. I treat my body like it's the only one I get because it is. So when a healthy body gets knocked down, it shakes you in a way that you don't expect. Not because you're fragile, but because you're not used to being slowed down. I spent nearly a week in the hospital, not the place anyone expects to be, especially someone who lives and breathes health the way I do. And trust me, I'm not interested in sharing a diagnosis. What matters is the lessons that it forced me to confront, the ones that every high performer eventually learns, whether they want to or not. Good health doesn't make you invincible, but it absolutely saves you when life gets hard. Lying in that bed, one thought hit me with clarity. This is why I live the way I do. Every rep, every meal made from discipline, not convenience, every early morning, every standard I set and hold, every hard choice I make when no one is watching. Those weren't just habits, they were deposits. And suddenly I had to draw from that account. My recovery was stronger because my foundation was solid. My body responded because I've spent years preparing it to do so. And when I looked around the hospital, I saw the opposite. Bodies weighed down by preventable disease, people drowning in medications, lives shaped by years of neglect. And I said to myself, this is why health matters. This is why I preach what I preach. This is why discipline is my non-negotiable. Not for vanity, not for likes, not for some superficial reason, for resilience, for longevity, for moments like this. Sometimes being tough can actually work against you when you ignore your body. Everyone knows I'm tough, sometimes to a fault. I push through workouts most people would quit. I ignore discomfort because I'm used to performing under pressure. I convince myself I'm fine because I've always been able to handle everything. But this week forced me to confront a truth I didn't want to face. Strength isn't pushing me through everything. Strength is recognizing when something needs attention early. My toughness got me far in life, but it also delayed me getting help. High performers forget this. You can be disciplined and still human. You can be strong and still need care. You can be resilient and still need rest. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. And hard moments, they reveal who your real support system is. When life is normal, your circle feels wide. When life tightens around you, it becomes very clear who belongs in your front row. In the hospital, I saw it. Who checked in right away, who texted without being prompted, who offered real support, not performative concern. Who held space for me when I couldn't hold it for myself. Your true support system is smaller than you think and infinitely more valuable. The mindset I built through years of training is the same mindset that carried me through the hardest moments. People think my discipline is physical. It's not. It's mental first. I have a switch in my brain, a performance survival switch that flips on when life demands it. That switch wasn't created in the hospital. It wasn't created overnight. It was built rep by rep. In the gym, in motherhood, in business, in prep, in hardship, in every situation where I had to dig deeper than I wanted to. That mindset carried me when my body couldn't. That identity anchored me when fear tried to creep in. This is who I am. This is why I overcome. Losing progress was discouraging, but it didn't defeat me. Feeling weaker, losing weight unintentionally, watching momentum slow, not being able to train, seeing the physique shift slightly, not the way I wanted. Yes, it was discouraging, but it didn't break my spirit. Because I've rebuilt before, because I trust my process, because the comeback after a forced setback is always stronger, always cleaner, always more intentional. And I don't fear rebuilding. I fear giving up, and that is never happening. So the truth I walked away with, this experience didn't make me doubt my health. It made me even more committed to protect it. I am healthy, but health isn't immunity. It's armor. When life hits you unexpectedly, your habits, your discipline, your mindset, and your standards become your medicine. This week didn't diminish me. It refined me. And if my vulnerability gives someone else permission to pay attention sooner, to take their health seriously, or to stop pushing through pain they shouldn't ignore, then sharing this was worth every word. I'll come back stronger, not despite this, but because of it.